chicken and cheese grill sandwich. Hi, welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. I'm Sonika, and the recipe that I've got for you today is not an ordinary recipe. Well, we are making a sandwich, but the sandwich that we're making is a really fabulous one. It's one of my favorites. So what we're making today is a chicken and cheese grill sandwich. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients to make this. We need multigrain bread. You can use any bread that you want. You could even make this in a loaf or in a French baguette or in any normal bread. You could also fill it inside a burger bun. But today we're using multigrain bread. Spicy chicken sausages. Now you get these flavored sausages in the market. If you can, then you try and use chorizo if it's easily available. It tastes fabulous in the sandwich. If not, then use a spicy chicken sausage or just any chicken sausage will do. Sliced onions, mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, balsamic vinegar, sugar, black pepper powder, butter, dried herbs, oil. Now let's start preparing this recipe. First we're going to heat some oil in a pan. And I've got these chicken sausages over here that I'm going to slice into thin slices. So we've got these sliced chicken sausages which I'm going to add to the pan. And we're going to cook these on a medium-high heat till they go nice and slightly crisp. So our sausages are nicely fried, they got nice and crispy. So I'm going to get these out into another plate. And now in the same pan, we're going to melt some butter. And once the butter is melted, we're going to add the sliced onions to this. So we've got some thinly sliced onions. And now we're going to cook these onions on medium heat till they go nice and soft and get caramelized. Now let's add a pinch of sugar to the onions so that it increases their caramelization. Tiny pinch of sugar, so you also get that sweet hint in your sandwich. I'm going to shift the onions on the back burner and we're going to get our grill pan in the front. So to the onions, we're going to add a tiny pinch of balsamic vinegar and going to continue to mix this around. The balsamic vinegar is important because it completely balances out the sweetness in the onions. At this stage, I'm going to put off the flame on the onions and we're going to transfer all our attention to the grill pan. So let's add in a tiny pinch of oil. I've got some melted butter with me. I'm going to add some of it to the pan. We've already greased it with some oil, so the chances of the butter burning are slim. And at this point, I'm going to place the bread, the cut side down. This is the part in which we're going to put the sausages and the cheese later. I'm going to just place it on a grill pan. And now we're going to place the other side as well. And we're just going to let this cook till it's just slightly, very slightly toasted on the other side. Okay, so I've got some of these sliced onions left that I'm going to roughly chop. And our sandwich is nicely grilled. Now let's make the stuffing that goes inside the sandwich. For that, I'm going to take some of the onions. That's very little, just for some crunch. So in with the onions. To this, I'm going to add the fried sausages. Next, let's add in both the types of cheeses. So in goes lots of mozzarella cheese and also lots of cheddar cheese. So I'm going to add more of mozzarella than cheddar because I love the stringy effect it creates. So in go all of this. And now let's just add a spoonful of the melted butter and give this a good mix. So this is like one of the easiest recipes for a grilled cheese sandwich, and I'm telling you it's one of the tastiest. So make sure you try this recipe. Okay, so we've mixed together all of our ingredients. So to our cheese mixture, we're going to add some mixed dried herbs and a tiny little hint of crushed black pepper. You don't need to add pepper because the sausages that we're using are already spicy. Let's give this one good mix. Yeah. And now we're ready to assemble the sandwich. So for that, let's take a portion of this mixture and place it on a slice of the bread. And now I'm going to place a portion of the caramelized onion mixture over this. And I'm going to load this with some more of the chicken and cheese mixture that we prepared. What happens is, why I'm doing this in 2 layers, is that the cheese in this mixture really helps the bread to stick together. So you have one sandwich which does not disintegrate even when you take a bite into it. So here goes this. And you get that amazing lovely sweetness in the center when you bite into the caramelized onions. So now let's place the other slice over this and just press it down a little. Doesn't it already look great? You could eat it just like that, but once you grill it, it gets a lot more tastier. So for the grilling, I'm going to take some melted butter in a pan. And now I'm going to place my sandwich over this pan and press it down a little. And now we're going to cook this on a low flame for about 1 to 2 minutes until the underside is nicely grilled and the grill marks have appeared and the cheese has started melting before we can flip it over and cook it on the other side as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut this into half. You can see the chicken and the cheese and the caramelized onions. Let's just set this on a plate. It needs absolutely no garnishing and it's ready to eat just like that. Here it is, a fabulous recipe for a chicken and cheese grilled sandwich. It's got crunchy multigrain bread, spicy chicken sausages and soft melted cheese. Make sure you try this recipe because it is a great one.